Oh boy. I'm really trying not to turn this into a rant, but you know, I'm just really truly disappointed in society today. I mean, it's like everybody thinks they're right. Everybody thinks they know what's right for this group, that person. And then you dig into the person that's saying, I got all the answers, and their whole life is a catastrophic mess. And you got the internet spreading lies. You got what used to be a trusted source in the news when we had Cronkite and Rather and all of them guys at the helm. Now we've got not only political pawns, we got media pawns, and we got this almighty evil dollar controlling everything. You know, since I touched base on that, it's my humble opinion that money is evil. I used to really think that. Now, I think money pulls the evil out of people. And let me explain. You see, in my opinion, there's always been people that have wanted to rule the world. That's why they have a narcissist type personality. And there's a difference between people that want to rule the world and people that want to help the world, in my humble opinion. The people that want to help the world seem to try to do good things. They find, and they're usually faith-based. And money don't seem to matter. But if you look at the personality that, for lack of a better term, worships money, that dollar bill or that promissory note will always be above you in that person's eyes, because that's all they think about. It controls their whole world. They live, eat, and breathe to gain a promissory note. Because keep in mind, if you do your history, we got taken off of the gold or the silver certificates. I can't remember when it was. It was 50, 60, 70 years ago. Whenever it was, that's when our money became worthless, basically. In my opinion. Because really, it says promissory note on it. And in my humble opinion, the only difference between a promissory note, like you agree to pay someone X amount of dollars for this service, and you write it down on a piece of paper, there's no difference between that piece of paper and that money that you hold so dear. Here's the only difference as I see it. One promissory note comes from the U.S. government, which has lied to us, whether you want to believe it or not. The government has lied to the American people on numerous occasions. And the other one comes from a person that could be very honorable. To your knowledge, he's never broke his word to you. I would hold that piece of paper from that person in a higher stature than that government promissory note. Now, I'm not saying get rid of cash. I'm not saying any of that crazy crap. All I'm saying is, how can you value something that can be taken away from you? I value things that cannot be taken from me. A good, honest, loyal friend. That can't be taken from you. If you're good to them, they're good to you. Your faith, whatever that may be, cannot be taken from you unless you give it. Your moral compass should not be able to be taken away from you. It might be able to be altered, but that's if you choose. So the point is, hold near and dear what can't be taken from you, you can only give away. That's the stuff that counts. The relationships with your children, your family, your loved ones. You know, right now, this country is in a extreme state of turmoil. You have people with way more money than they ever need trying to influence people to hate the flag or hate that guy or hate that symbol or hate that symbol. And it's all a ruse to get you to do their bidding. A lot of people would call that a puppet. Well, although I do like Sesame Street and all them puppets, I watched it when I was a kid, I have always sworn not to be a puppet. I have always wanted to be a free-thinking human being that makes mistakes, and hopefully I learn from them so I don't make those mistakes again. But it's getting harder to be that kind of person because it's so flippin' easy to be negative. It's so easy to curse. It's just so easy. The difficult path, and most of the faith people will say the righteous path is the hardest path to be on. Now, I'm not going to disagree with that. I'm not going to say that the righteous path is only a religious path. It's hard to be a decent person nowadays because there's so many people that are controlled by the almighty dollar. We've got a culture where you have OnlyFans that is turning the girl next door into a porn star, and I'm not against it. I'm not saying OnlyFans is bad. I'm not saying it's killing society. It's just another vessel of, I think, craziness, because you see some of these people go on Instagram or Facebook or Facebook or whatever you want to call it, and they're promoting this and they brag about this and that. And then, you know, there was one creator that did some honest interview, and in part she said that, you know, OnlyFans has isolated her. Yeah, she's made ungodly amount of money at a young age. That's great. But she also said that it had isolated her and she only talks with other individuals. Well, here's kind of what I'm saying. The only way to control someone is to isolate them from outside influences, and they only see the narrative that's in front of them. It becomes normal. You know, there's a lot of garbage being brought up. You know, people are calling this person a racist or a Nazi, and the people that are calling these other people Nazis are just so ignorant. Do you understand? Go back and read your history. Do you understand what Hitler did? That's what these people are using against us right now. They are using a propaganda machine. Now, here's a quick little history of Hitler. Hitler took over Germany with very few gunshots. What he did was what all these idiots are doing. He went around and did all these speeches, and he was energetic and just memorizing. And if you look at some of his speeches, you sit there and you think, whoa. And this is after all of the stuff that you know was leading to this. And it's like, wow. Propaganda is just that. It's meant to be persuasive. And he took over Germany with that. And then what did he do? Then he instituted his real agenda, not the agenda he was out speaking about of uniting Germany and creating this great country and all this other crap. What'd he do? He started taking out people that he deemed horrible people, the Jewish population. So to call someone Hitler is just absolutely crazy. I hope we never see an individual like that again. He did so much harm that it's ridiculous. The scarring is still there from many people. So we just lost common sense in this country. I don't understand why people are taking a actors or a sports figure or any of these other people that are standing on their soapbox, collecting their check, and regurgitating what somebody told them that paid them to say this. Because let's make no mistakes. An actor is just like a lawyer. It's a professional liar. It's what they do. They act as if they are somebody else or a different character. So, the better the actor, the more awards, the better liar they are. And I think that Ricky Gervais, whatever it is, and that one shit that he said, come up here, get your award, don't use it as a platform for your little bullshit cause. Get your award and then thank your whoever and then fuck off. I think that was the truest statement anybody has said on TV in a long time. So, and I know I didn't quote him right, so whatever. I don't know what the answer is. You can't change someone's heart. And if someone truly is full of hate, I don't have the answer to turn their hate to love. I think it's different with each individual. And I don't know what the answer is for all this craziness that we're going on. I do know that if you truly, truly want to find out the crookedness, start following the money. If you follow where the money goes, you will find out who's lying to you and who is being truthful. I entertain all comments. Love to hear what your thoughts are. And I want everyone to have a great day.